All right, after taking a few pictures out the Honey Creek Overlook, we're gonna go down and see Potter's Creek, or Potter's Branch Double Arch. And that is Michele and James. They're from up in kind of near central Kentucky, close to the bluegrass region. So we're gonna see some of the stuff here in Big South Fork today. Yeah, we are at Potter's Branch Double Arch. Actually, I'm going right over the top of it right now. So we'll be down under in a minute, and way less than a quarter mile out to it. You just take 2 lefts where the trails fork and you're here. Yeah, you just hike right there, come around the corner. There she is. We just went through the arch and there's a trail over the hill. A real nice little cascade right here below it. Okay, Potter's Branch Double Arch. We're gonna have visited it and get back to our vehicles in maybe 20 minutes. It's that close and that easy. And then on to the next. All right, next stop, we're out Hurricane Ridge Road to the oil tanks, and this is where we're gonna stop. Start hiking. We could probably drive a little bit farther because this road looks pretty good, but on out here it just gets kind of clay, gooey mud. Don't know how deep that is. We don't want to get stuck. And a while ago when I did the introductions, I didn't introduce Tuck, the faithful companion of James and Michele. Hey, right there's the trailhead. Just as soon as you leave that old muddy road in the field, and Single Arch and an overlook is out that way, but we're going to go on to Needle's Eye first. A little bit farther this way and back. But fantastic. And since the O&W Bridge Road has one of those small bridges out and you can't get to the O&W anymore to come up a mountain to go to Needle's Eye, this is the best way and actually an easier way to hike to it. It's out the Hurricane Ridge Road, so that's what we're doing. Whoops. Yeah, it rained pretty good last night, and it's kind of been a wet spring, and it is muddy. These trails are nice. It's not hard to get around them, but just muddy. And I'm sure you can hear the cicadas roar, and that'll be a constant all day, I'm sure. But yeah, let's head on toward Needle's Eye. All right, if you want to go to Jake's Hole, go on, but we're heading for Needle's Eye. And Jake's Hole is just, it will probably be 3 miles or so each direction to it, so we're not going to get that in today. It'd be a bit too much. Okay, back to the mud. Yeah, that is the infamous old poop trail sign. It's kind of faded away, but you can still read it says old poop. And I would love to know the story behind that, but I don't. But anyway, if you go that way, you'll go back and hit the trails toward the O&W Bridge, which the road is closed down before you get to O&W Bridge, so there's really not going to be many people traveling that, unless you want to finish the hike out by going all the way down to Littlewood Ford, which is another couple miles from the O&W Bridge. Or you could go out here and hit the other trails and hang back right and join up halfway around the Honey Creek Loop. But for people out hiking with one vehicle, you know, you're just gonna stay over here. And that another homemade sign says Needle's Eye, so we go right around this way. In the muddy trail. That's all right. All right, we're at the picnic table just before Needle's Eye, which a little over 2 miles hike into here, so not bad at all. And past the tie-offs for horses and take the little trail beyond this. It's not much more than 100 yards out there. Yep. Yeah, we're out here at the drop down around the ridge. Yep. Like I say, it's fun to see people's first reactions to this. And that's why it's the.
Oh, you could come over here and look.
That's why it's
all the way down through there.
The hole in the ridge.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Michele made her way down the ladder. That's her down there now. Probably no way to get tucked down in there, so I guess James gonna wait on her to get back, and then he's gonna go down and check it out. I gotta get back down in there again. This is just amazing formation here. Yeah, the ladder right here is a very well built ladder, and that's every bit of 15 feet or more down to the bottom. So I'm gonna put this up and make my way down through there and take some pictures within. All right, I'm down, James is down. It's quite a few steps through this thing too. I'm gonna make my way back up toward the ladder. This thing is something else. Last time I was out here back in the winter with a couple friends from Missouri, Mike and Aaron, there was just a lot of ice on the face up in there above the ladder, and Aaron came on down in here, but Mike and I didn't. If you see this, Mike, it's pretty spectacular. Maybe you can get back out here someday when it's like this and see it for yourself. It's dang well worth it. Yeah, you about need a good flashlight, because I think there's like a little, that's part of a little arch. I believe you can see some light shining in below it. Yeah. And there's some stuff kind of back in there, but phone's all I got. Kind of conscious about the battery right now because we're gonna go somewhere else from here, but you know, all kinds of little stuff here. But I'm gonna get my way up the ladder. We got somewhere else to go. Well, back to the top. James, looking around, saw a little arch, whatever you call it. It goes all the way through. Of course, you got the arch in the front. Don't bump your head. And we're out of it. That is one amazing formation, folks. If you have never been here, but live anywhere near or can get here, park out the end of the Hurricane Road. I say hurricane, that's how old timers pronounce it. It is spelled hurricane. And hike the 2 miles out here to this. My pictures in this video don't do this thing anywhere near justice. This is such an amazing place, you know, you need to get here if you can. And so we're done here, and we're gonna hike back up, and when we get back to the intersection of trails near where we came in, we're gonna decide whether to go on to Single Arch, which way everybody's feeling right now. Pretty much thinking we'll go ahead and do that. So keep hanging in there. Okay, when we first got in the woods and headed toward Needle's Eye, there was a kind of a trail junction there. So we got back to there. We just decided to take the other fork and come on out here to Single Arch, because Single Arch is pretty impressive formation too. And we got time. Everybody felt good, so headed down towards Single Arch. And there's probably not a lot to show. Most of the spring wildflowers are gone. And it's just a muddy trail like that. Although there are some gas infrastructure things, and this is a big natural gas line looking at right in front of me. But yeah, we'll be close to Single Arch, I guess, before I do much more filming or other than a few photographs. So keep on moving. Yep, out this road too. Mud, and more mud. But that's all right. We'll make it. In the first trail junction, I doubt if it's a half mile out. You just follow the sign that says Arch, and you'll see some of the infrastructures from natural gas wells, I guess, that were out in here. Just head to the far right of the trails and keep going. It's so wet though, man. Ground's mushy. It's hard to even really take a good, strong step, but we're going on. We're down here at Single Arch, and we decided to go ahead and walk out on top of it before. And we're on top of the arch right now, and it just looks like a kind of a big sinkhole. But we'll get down under it right here in a second. All right, from top of the arches there to going down to it here. We're gonna check out this, and this should be the last thing we check out today. And we'll walk on back to the car and go home. And Michele's in there. I don't know if she's gonna go on through, but that's the tunnel. You can't tell there's anything there, but there is a tunnel that goes all the way through to the, yeah, there she goes, she's going through. Good. I'm gonna go around the corner, step in under the arch and into that, almost looks like a sinkhole we were looking down in a minute ago from the top of the arch. So this is a very interesting and very impressive little area. Heck, I like it. Yeah, I'm inside the arch, and that's the tunnel Michele just came through to get down into here. And then it opens up to a pretty big area. It's a lot more impressive from inside here looking around than it was from standing on top of the arch. Looking down into here, and yeah, there's the top of the arch. We're just right there. It's a big arch. Very big arch. James went downstream below the falls a little bit and found a good way across. So we walked right back up into it. Real falls. No problems with that. Yeah, back in here behind the falls, I don't even think it's got a name, not that I know it, but I just about bet you at one time those rocks were more stacked, and there was probably a moonshine still that sat right in here somewhere. That ground is really dark right there, like this had some fires in it. But anyway, look at the waterfall, and the arch and tunnel are just right there where I'm pointing. So this is all in one little couple 100-foot spot down here. Pretty amazing. Very amazing. Okay, single arch and the waterfall and the tunnel, and we're gonna head back out of here. James gonna go up through the tunnel. Michele came in that way, so she's got tuck and go back out around it, and from there we're just gonna try to make our way back toward the trailhead and the vehicles and call it a day. It's starting to get kind of later in the evening anyway. But yeah, this right here is just one of the more impressive formations in Big South Fork, and it's just hardly known. And it's pretty easy to get to. All right. There we go. Well, I've never seen any of these oil pumps up in here pumping, but that's two. And I guess that one's pumping into this big oil tank that we are parked at. And that's a pretty good hike. Kind of tired and weary and about time to go home. All right, we're back at the vehicles getting ready to part ways for the day. What do you think?
It was amazing.
Another beautiful day in the Big South Fork. It's just, every time you come out here, you see something different. And thank you so much for taking us out.
Oh, gosh.
New place. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
We're exhausted and we're gonna go crash.
Yeah, thank you guys for asking me. I enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure. You know, it's been my pleasure.
Beyond beautiful today.
Hey, folks. Really good day. James and Michele, you guys are awesome. You took a good day and made it a whole lot better for me, and I enjoy being out here anyway. So yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, let's do this again sometime. But yeah, getting dark, late in the evening, end of a good day. Really good day. I mean, we saw 3 fantastic formations today. Put in about maybe 7.5, maybe around 8 miles to see them all 3, but it was kind of broken up. But my legs are kind of dragging a little bit today. You know, and you guys who watch my videos, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Like always, as long as you guys keep watching them, I'll keep making them. So it's Peppa in the Woods. I appreciate you. See ya.